Picture the Difference. This is Honorata and another video for our Monday art session. I hope you're well and healthy and doing okay. So for today I prepared for you a project which is a little bit linking us with Picasso artwork, and we can use two different skills during the project. One is drawing, and then another one is working with abstract. So here are just simple examples which I'm going to show you. That's the first one. And the second one. So they're built up in two stages. The first stage is drawing in a very abstractish way. Some people like to call it doodling. And the second is cutting out the drawing and building a completely new composition from those pieces, where you can also add additional drawing if you want to. So there will be a list of supplies coming up on the screen soon. It's very simple. What you need is just two pieces of drawing paper, pencils, scissors, and a glue stick. So good luck, and I hope you enjoy it. So this is my beginning. What you need is just plain drawing paper and pencils. And when you work with pencils, just to remind you to use variety of pencils grades if you have them. So remember, when you look at your pencil, it does tell you what kind of pencil it is here. So this one, for example, is 3B. The more B, the softer is the pencil. The more H, like here I've got 4H, the harder is pencil. They will give you different marks, different types of marks, and then that gives your drawing more dimension and variety as well, which we're looking to achieve. So how do you start? The best way is just to start with very random scribble on your page, and then you build up from that. So don't try to control it too much, thinking, oh, I need to draw a circle, or maybe I'll draw the kind of long shape, or more like a rectangle shape, or does it have to look like anything? No, just try, be quite spontaneous. So I'm just started with those really random lines. And then you take it from there. You look at those shapes and what are they kind of maybe reminding you, or maybe just start feeling those shapes with different patterns and different marks with different pencil grades. And this is how you build it. So I'm just gonna show you my process quickly on a few different stages so you can see how the drawing is built up. So you can see here I'm using quite soft pencil because it gives you dark coverage. And then I'm going to switch to something that is more H type. So I've got just the standard H pencil, and you can see how lighter those marks are. So this is how I started, and I'm already building up the picture here. You can use mark making or pattern making to fill in those shapes, and you can divide the shapes into smaller parts. You can follow the shape of the line to evolve into next stage of the drawing. And now it's important that sometimes you just turn your paper around. That gives you different perspective. So I've just done it, and I'm going with a very soft 5B pencil here. And I'm moving my paper as I'm drawing as well. Oh, just snapped. Now I'm adding more pattern, but it doesn't mean it's got to be separate from that. I can overlap with my lines. And look how I'm holding the pencil now, because this one is quite short, but it doesn't really matter. It could be just the normal length. Try not just use this as your tripod grip, but try to do and use different types of ways of holding the pencil. So this one, for example, I'm holding this way. And this way. Now I'm back to 2B. I'm going back to those shapes and deciding what I want to do with them. And there is so much you can do, because you can always build up on your drawing by adding different marks, lines, patterns, adding lines on top of the existing drawing. And also remember about negative space. So everything that is created between main shapes, for example here it would be that shape here, you can start filling that shape with a pencil or just a pattern instead of just concentrating on main shapes. So yeah, play around. I know you can do it, and give yourself time, because this is really relaxing activity. And the more time you spend on it, the more ideas going to come to your mind. So I'm just going to progress with that and show you a few different stages as I go along. So here my drawing is ready. So you can see many different marks, shapes and patterns. And the next stage is to have scissors, glue stick and another piece of paper. And I will be cutting this one into different shapes and arranging into a completely new composition on a piece of paper. Now, I'm not cutting out the shapes that are here. I'm going to turn this over and cut into random shapes without knowing what I'm cutting into. And again, a variety of shapes, big and small, long and short, some organic shapes, which means quite natural circle-like shapes, but also some with sharp angles. It's about variety of shapes you want to have for your composition. You won't be using all shapes, but for your selection you just want to have different shapes. I still have something left here. Now I can turn back to the right side. Okay, so almost all gone. One more here. So now I'm just gonna turn them so I can see the drawing. So this is what I have. A few more. So I have this selection now, and this is my composition material. So I'm going to create abstract composition, contemporary style composition from those ones on a separate paper and glue them with glue stick. And again, this is about playing. You may decide to do 2 separate compositions maybe. I think actually I will go with 2 separate compositions. So I will divide that page into 2. And then I can cut that later. So now it's about playing on your piece of paper with your cutouts and see how they build up into new composition. And again, take your time and try different arrangements, different locations for those shapes. Look at the shape that's building between the cutouts, your negative space. Sometimes less is more. When you're ready, you can glue them to the page and have those separate compositions, quite like that already. Sometimes you may decide to cut out a smaller piece from what's been cut out in first place, so that's another option. Okay, so I'm just going to play around with that and glue them to the page and show you the final piece. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you ready, take a photo of your artwork and just post a picture to different social media so we can all have a look. And good luck. Thank you very much, and I see you next week.